and opportunities for IoT startups by ICFOSS. So, for that, I would like to welcome Srinivasan Ravindran, Program Head ICFOSS, onto the stage. And about Srinivasan Ravindran, he is the Program Head at International Center for Free and Open Source Software, ICFOSS, with more than 10 years of experience. CEO of OneView Systems Private Limited, worked as Director of Technology at Cellab Technologies India Private Limited and Britech India Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Srinivasan Ravindran onto the stage.
Thank you, KSCM and other partners for giving me the opportunity to share the facilities and what all things which we can provide from ICFOSS. ICFOSS stands for International Center for Free and Open Source Software. Even though the name started with software, we do a lot of hardware these days. From 2018 onwards, we have been doing a bit of work on hardware, especially IoT. To put it very simply, we are, I think, only one provider who can give you a full-fledged IoT ecosystem, right from the edge node to the gateway to the cloud system to everything. Everything is put here. So we have got a team of open hardware. So I think some of you who visited the stalls might have seen what is depicted there. All those things which are shown there are field tested. That is one of the things. Okay, we are the autonomous institution by the Government of Kerala for promoting democratic access to information and knowledge through free and open source software and hardware. So the Open Hardware Lab, which we have now, are addressing these components. So you can see that IoT or Open IoT is one of the main components. We have open drones and all other components which you see there. But in this context, in the context of this workshop, we can say Open IoT is a component of interest. We are also the part of the global LoRa Alliance. LoRaWAN is one of the LPWAN technologies which is being used in IoT extensively across the globe. If you take GSM, it is now these LoRaWAN technologies are spreading across Europe and all other segments. Even we are happy to tell you that in the remotest part of Odisha, we have implemented a LoRaWAN based water monitoring system. So that is a possibility with which we can work on. So our Open IoT effort started in 2019. So Internet of Things with the open source. So what we are primarily focusing is how fast you can take your products to market, and what are the technologies available for that, and what open source technologies we can make use of. So that was the target with which we started. So using open hardware, ready to market at the fastest possible manner, and try to build up the total ecosystem, that is capacity building to R&D to entrepreneurship. So that's how we identified one of the potential technology which can be worked upon, that is the LoRaWAN technology which I mentioned. So as on 2022, we have a full-fledged field-tested IoT ecosystem, completely using open source software and hardware, except for one chip which we don't have any control. Like in your laptops also you have chips which you don't have any control to be open source. One chip which is not open source. So field level POCs have been implemented in water management, air quality, agriculture, energy, and a lot of other things. Why I say POC? Our objective is take up to the POC level with the field level implementation, so that it is completely tested and ready to go to market. And the technology support for 10 startups, including Samuel, who was talking here, Mistio, and Troncart, and so many other startups. We were able to work collaboratively with them in bringing their products to the market. So Then the question is, do we have deployments? Yes, we do have deployments. We do have IoT gateways across 20 gateways across Kerala, which are operational. Even in Technopark, we have a gateway on top of Tejaswini, which can cater to somewhere around 6 to 7 kilometer radius devices. Thousands of devices can be connected. Some of the startups are even using that gateway. And we have even tested an edge node, which was at Payard, which was connecting to our gateway at our office, which is almost 15 to 16 kilometers. So that's the range of RF by which we work. And automatic weather stations and automatic weather monitoring stations have been deployed here. And now we are working with government on making how this can be extended to each and every ward of the country or every ward of our state. So it is easily possible now. Let us assume that we work with the K-phone network. So K-phone goes to a different set of places. Every place is to be covered with K-phone. So how do you connect your edge nodes? If you want to do a startup, work on something, how do you connect your edge nodes to the K-phone network, which is going to be the fiber optic network? So we need to provide these gateways at each of the K-phone stations, and then you are covered. Your ward is covered with that. So we have the entire technology which can be worked upon them. So for technology people, we just want to show you what is this LPWAN technology which we are making use of. So from the edge nodes, it can be any type of edge nodes. This is LoRa RF, that is a part. And then we have the gateways. On the gateway, on other part of the gateway, you have the telecom network, whatever it is, 3G, 4G, or whatever it is possible. We have an alternative to that also. It goes to the network server. Network server is actually the software server stack. And from there, the application servers, different application servers can work. So one side, you can see that it is a TCP/IP network. On the other side, it is the RF part which is working. And it works on unlicensed spectrum. So you don't have to take any license or anything. You can straight away, if you are ready to put up your domain knowledge into an idea, into an application, the rest of the technology is all here. You can easily go into the market. So what are the principal LoRaWAN features? Why we are talking about LoRaWAN now? Because this is the tested technology which we are providing and we are helping the startups. So it's the long range. I told you, like practically we have tested 15 to 16 kilometers RF range on this, and the global thing is around 500 plus kilometers, which is using the LoRaWAN satellite technology. So we are trying to make use of those technology for typical use cases like forest and other things. Okay, it's low power. It's actually works out of battery. The edge nodes works out of the battery. Even we are able to put gateways which work out of battery and solar charged ones. Secure, the end-to-end security is enabled in the RF side as well as on the other side. Geolocation enables GPS-free tracking system. If you are familiar with the 3-point model, that is what we are talking about. This itself can take care of an independent GPS system. And there can be mobile means maintains communication for devices moving. That is, if you have logistics problems to be tackled, even that also can be addressed with this technology. We have implemented an energy harvested, wind energy harvested edge node, which can be a vehicle mounted one. And when it moves around the township or the city, it will collect the air quality node and do the transmission. So that is the type of technology, and it is low cost compared to all other existing technology. As I mentioned earlier, we are not just talking about the technology, we just have implemented all these things. We have smart city agriculture implemented. There you can see that is an aquaponic system implemented in our lab, like in a typical smart city. Weather monitoring, we have done implementations in many places, including Palakkad, where we supported the company called Mistio in implementing that for the Arcadis. Air quality monitoring, even in Technopark Gate, we have an air quality monitoring node which is working for the last 2 years plus. Water quality monitoring, number of places in Katakada we have implemented those solutions. It is really working, and AWS Katakada is the weather monitoring solution coming. That's a screenshot from the live stream. And power monitoring, energy monitoring, and we work on the energy harvesting mode also, like I earlier mentioned. ICFOSS LoRaWAN ecosystem. So what we can provide for you, the startups. If you have the domain knowledge, if you have the idea with you, we can provide this entire ecosystem for you. And some of the startups have been using this. We have our own designed ultra low power edge node. That is the circular one which you see there. That is available. Some companies have been made use of that. Then we have the LoRaWAN gateway. We have our own gateways designed, implemented by us, but you can also try out the local gateways or the ones which you get in the market. LoRaWAN relay node. This is one technology which I mentioned. This is exclusively we have worked on it. That is, when I mentioned about the range, it was only 5 to 6 kilometer RF range. Now we have developed a relay node which can increase this. That is how we established a completely LoRaWAN based transmission right from Katakada to our office. So Chipstack and TTN servers are actually open source software stack which is available, which is actually hosted in our servers, and it is available for the startups to make use of as well. And the Grafana visualization servers, people might have used Grafana extensively in other cases. It's a visualization. We have hosted it on our servers and even on cloud, that is also available. And for your capacity building, we have a LoRaWAN virtual lab also. So suppose you want to teach your people remotely from different places, you can learn about LoRaWAN in actual sensors and boards using that LoRaWAN virtual lab which we have. And we have extended it one step further. We have drone mounted LoRaWAN gateways as well. We have, for the interest of the startups, yes, we have the Swatantra incubator, which is actually supported by KSUM, which is the free and open source incubator under KSUM. They support it for implementing it. So for the FOSS startup, it includes, we have got 95 seats as of now. Few companies are working, few have scaled up, few are moved into other markets. We have pre-incubation facilities also. For example, if you are just in the idea and nothing, no company formulated, we can. And only thing is that we are restricted by the FOSS domain. We need to work in the open source domain. So we have the access to the open hardware lab. The entire lab with all the testing, prototyping facilities are available for the incubated companies. Prototyping facility, and we also do technology partnership for you. Like suppose you want to work on some technology which we are yet to address, it will be possible for us. That is another thing. And collaborative R&D. Now the question comes, why ICFOSS? Why you should contact ICFOSS? So as I mentioned earlier, fast to market with open source software. So you can see that a lot of open source software is there, like how best you can make use of this software and the hardware to take your products at a rapid manner to the market. That is the position we are taking up. And we are an applied R&D organization. So we have collaborations with the different units, and we make sure that the open source technology which you need is made available to you at the best possible manner. We do capacity building because, as I mentioned earlier, we address the three domains altogether: capacity building, R&D, and the entrepreneurship. So we have a community also. Many community people are working outside. They are freelancers and people. So we have an extensive connect with the community. Unlike other organizations, we encourage community to interact with us. And academic connect, that is also there. We have a JNU tie-up and things like that, where emerging technology and emerging things can also be taken up. We have fossils across different colleges, probably they can also work with these things. And all our products, may I repeat in double quotes, all our products are industry aligned. It is field tested, whatever we work on is field tested and it's industry aligned. You take the industry requirement, our products will be aligned to that. Okay, so that's all from my side. These are about the contacts and other things. I just want to, I hope I didn't take too much of time and within the margins. So these are things. I am open to questions. You can contact our lab or other people. You might have got all the reference material from the stalls. Please feel free to drop in any time to our facility. We are open. We are open. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, we have a token of love and appreciation for you. To do the honors, I would like to welcome Mr. Swab Sayed, Program Head, Kerala Startup Mission, onto the stage. Thank you so much.